Good. Okay. Hello everybody, this is OpenWorldAddict here, and I am coming at you today with a video that is the Beginner's Guide to Project Highrise. Now, this has all DLC, so I just want you to note that it has the Las Vegas DLC and it has the Miami Malls and the Tokyo Towers DLC. So anyway, so the reason why I'm doing this is because a lot of people that I met over the last few months, like over the last half of 2017, and I talked about this game, especially during the summer, and late summer, early mid-fall. I was talking about this game, and people were having trouble with it. So that is why I'm doing this. Anyway, I suggest you to play the tutorials first and to give you a good idea of how to do things, but not how to make money. Scenarios are nice, but they're actually kind of hard. Easy is not the easiest difficulty you can get. And when you're starting out, you want the easiest difficulty you can get to get a feel for it. So we're going to go on Beginner. And we're going to go on extra large. We're doing extra large because it is easier to build out than it is to build up. So the larger you have the playing field is, easier things will be in the beginning. So let's begin. So we have a little thing here. Let's pause the game for a moment. We have a little thing here. This is costing us 188 per day, and this is costing us 10 per day, and that is costing us 5 per day. That totals to 203. We need to make more than 203 per day. So, because we chose the beginner, we have 20,000 in the bank. Easy starts with 10,000, hard starts with 5,000, and easy starts with 10,000, normal starts with 5,000, and hard starts with 1,500. The more money you start with, the more money you can experiment and do things, get a feel for things. Anyway, so we're going to put a space in here for the plumbing closets. This is our wiring closet. We're going to need a plumbing closet, and so that space is there. Then we're going to add 3 for floor required services, either trash or amenities. 2, 3, and another 3 for an elevator. And we'll just allocate the same amount of space down there. Let's start the timer. They can get to work on that while we plan out the next. So the next thing we're going to need is, I'm going to allocate the space to the trash collection just so that I have it available on the first floor, because I want to make sure that I have it available on the first floor. 4, 5. That requires 5. And the reason is the closer it is to the surface, easier it'll be for them to pick up the trash when it's required. And then we're going to allocate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for our copy services, because that will be required by our offices. Then we're going to want to get in our first offices. And offices are spaced out these 4 spaces. And if you look in here, the first offices, insurance offices, require copy services. Now this is a good place for a lobby. It's important to leave places for lobby because lobbies will improve your building. So as far as offices go, there's one of the travel contracts we have available is basic offices, and that's basically 4 of each type of offices. I like to do 1 more of each, so 5 of each office. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1 office. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 office. 1, 2, 4. Third office. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth office, and 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I did 1 too many. So I will let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 4, 2, 4, 5, 2. We're working on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. Yeah, I did 1 too many. It's very important that you, in the way you allocate the space, because your workers, your construction workers, will build in the exact order that you allocated. And if you allocate an area that you can't build in, well, then you're going to have to wait until you can allocate, until you can build in that. So if I allocate space for restaurants, I can't build those restaurants right away when they build it without more utilities, so I'm going to have to make room for the more utilities first. First we're going to do is make room for a maintenance. One of these, a maintenance office, to make sure our building is being maintained. And then we're going to allocate a second floor, going up as far as the elevator. 3, 1, and no further. And now we wait a little bit for our workers to finish the job they've been given. Oh. Yeah, there is some stuff we can do. After they do this, we can set up this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. and 1, 3. So I'm setting up some 3 basic cafes, small restaurants. They're basically cafes, stuff like that. They'll serve coffee, breakfast, and lunch, and then one of these food stalls for dinner. And that will actually help us with the variety contract. Now, I'm not taking any contracts right now because we already have 1 contract locked in, and you can only lock in 2 contracts at a time. I like to do it so that I take contracts just before I complete them, so that I'm not locked down with a contract that I'm not going to be able to complete for quite a while. Now that they're done with that, you can put that in, and that'll provide us with our next population. We need to get our population to 20 in order to get our first star, as you see here. Which is another reason why I added the trash collector, because it's just another population. So is the maintenance people. If you just focus on office buildings, it'll take you a while before you can reach 20. Okay, they're going to be done with that in a moment, so we'll go to services, office services, business support services, and we're going to go down to copy center. Copy center. And we're going to put the copy center right over here. I prefer to put most of my services underground. And now that we have a copy center, we're going to want a way to get quickly to the surface. So it's now time to put in our elevator. Now in higher difficulties, you're not going to want to put the elevator right in. You're not going to want to put this right away either. The traffic, because that'll still increase your expenses. You'll still want to make room for it, you just won't want to put it in right away. And now, while they're doing that, I'm going to start allocating power to this segment all the way to about over here. The reason why it's the best idea to put at least your first services in here, because this already has all your utilities. That floor already has all your utilities, except HVAC. And so it's just cheaper to build it over there. If we look at it, this provides 10. Now 1 is being used already. And the utilization is 10%. Notice you do not want utilization to go above, to 100% or more. You do not want it to get to 100%. When it gets to 99%, you want to make sure that you build more of these utility boxes, or you're going to have problems. Now since this only has 10, each person demanding, each unit demanding for an insurance office, we have the required copy services. Each unit demanding power will increase this demand by 1, increasing utilization by 10%. So we're actually going to want to build another transformer when it reaches 90% instead of 99%. Okay. The other thing is that when you build stuff that is not the anything extending the building itself, any project you put in, they will stop whatever they're doing to go do that project. Which is why it's not a good idea to put elevators and even stairs until you need to put it in. You need to get these offices up and running. First day is almost gone. The first day is gonna be a loss. I want to pause things for a moment, get a sense of what our cost will be. This is going to cost us 188 per day. That's 50 per day. So 188, 10, 188, 10, which is 198, plus 5 is 203, plus 50 is 253. Another 50 is 303. That's going to make us 160. And that's going to make us 160. So hopefully it'll cover our base costs. If they can get them in both in before the end of the night. Before midnight, which is when your budget comes through. First one is in. I'm gonna wait building more until after midnight. In the beginning, it's very easy to count up your costs. And may not be ready. We're gonna have midnight coming in mere moments. Every 30 minutes, every hour is actually a minute. Approximately. 10 seconds. And yeah, it's not gonna be done. There we go. So our expenditures, 2,900. We haven't made any money. But if you look here, we're losing 193 per day. If we made that, it may have been a lot less. Anyway. Let's get in the next business office. Insurance office. And that's the other thing. In the harder difficulty levels, you don't have as many options. You don't have as many tenants wanting to come in. So now we have 2 offices in. We're building a 3rd, and we're making space for a 4th. Once they're starting to open up the space for the 5th office, I'm going to want to put the new staircase in down here, because we're not going to want to wait here for them to do that, because that'll get done pretty quickly. Okay. The 4th office goes in. Now we will come over here, put the staircase. As I do that, I'm going to start planning my next expansion. So we're going to want a courier service over here. The courier service is the same amount of space as the copy service. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then after that's built, we're going to make room for our next offices, which are our counting offices. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5. Okay. That is done. And then after that, after we have our accounting offices, we may reach star level 2. So yeah, they went to they went down to build that right away. Yeah. Office person is over there constructing. Now we have 4 offices in, and that will be making us a total of 160 each. 4 times 160. I really can't do that math in my head right now. 16 plus 16 for 64 has 10 640, which is quite a good amount. Our expenses will go up, though. So, no. One a little too many. That was a mistake. Oh well. Now we're gonna go insurance offices. And now we can get our... $6 a.m. In a little while, people should start piling in. They start piling in at about 7, and by 10, everyone who's coming to the office will be there. The service people is going to get there a bit early. Here's the service people. What did I say? They came just around 7 a.m. And now we're going to come down here. So what I'm going to do with utilities is that this space is going to be left for HVAC, HVAC, which I believe it stands for, let's see if this shows. Heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. So that space will be for HVAC. I'm gonna put water down here and electricity down here. And not electricity, phone line down here. Which our next set of offices will require a phone line. So let's speed it up just a little bit because we have a lot to build before I can start building more next. I'm gonna slow it down again. For a moment, our office workers are coming in. We now have a population of 14, so we're getting closer. And the rest of the service people are coming in. $10 a.m. already. Let's speed it up. So, well, I'm wondering if I just should wait for the end of the day and start working on the other stuff tomorrow, because that will increase our expenses. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna wait until the end of the day. Actually, we do have the potential to get this stuff in. So, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go for it. Hopefully it doesn't bite me in the butt. Let's get this, so we're gonna put the cheapest water meter in. We're gonna put it below the power. And then to carry it up to the first floor, we're gonna get a plumbing clock. Then keep closing it. I didn't. Gonna want to get electricity into over here, and water into all the way to over here. Then let's put in our first cafe, and this we're gonna want to be a food court. Actually, no. We're gonna want it to be. So you don't want things competing with each other because they won't make as much money, and that will cause problems. We're gonna put in the donut shop, so we'll put in University Midway Donuts, sounds good. And then the other two things should not require other things. These two things should not require workers. So that is serving coffee and breakfast. So we shall put in one that serves only lunch. A sub shop. As you see, it only requires an electric line. And then, finally, over here, which is these stalls are added by Tokyo Towers DLC. And we're gonna put in one that serves dinner. Coffee, breakfast, coffee, lunch, decline. Do that for a moment until one. Okay, because sushi, that's lunch, sushi, lunch. I guess sushi it is. Not one. That will make sure that I had no complaints, because even though they don't require a place for dinner, I have had complaints over the first day. And you know, it'll just make me more money. As well as it won't, these three are not competing. This is serving coffee and breakfast, although not everyone wants donuts for breakfast, so they don't usually make as much money, which is an issue. I don't have a coffee shop that just serves coffee and breakfast. That's what I would like, a coffee shop that just serves coffee and breakfast, so I can have one, and then this serves only lunch, so these two are not competing with you. The more you have competing with each other, the less each one will make, and not making money will make them unhappy. Unhappy people leave the building. Anyway, so looks like it's almost done with this. So we'll put in the courier system, courier services. I'm kind of hesitant to build right now, because we're still making a lot. We still have a loss, and I don't want to increase our expenses even more. Courier. I almost forgot about this. We're already at 90%. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait until the end of the day. And look at that. Not only we're making an income of 534 per day, we are also we get a reward for completing that contract. And on top of that, we can also complete the contract over here in variety. Which brings us to 1,800 bucks. Which is not what we started with, but my goal is to get us where we started with. But anyway, I think I'm gonna bring this part of the guide to a close. And I'm gonna do more of these. I'm recording them live, they're live streams to the internet, and then being posted as big VODs afterwards. I just don't want to load them onto the computer and then spend time uploading them, and so that's why I'm recording these live. I'm going to try to make these recordings as short as possible. So anyway, if you like this video and want to see more, please hit if you like what you see and want to help this channel, please hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more, please hit that subscribe button. And as other people have said, you know, if you want to know as soon as these are live or as soon as these come out, hit that bell button. You know, do the thing with the bell thing. Anyway, have a great day, everyone. This is OpenWorldAddict out.